sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, let's talk about the purses from UFC 241, where Stipe got body slammed in the first round, but came back and found the left hook to the body, and ended up stopping DC in the fourth round. So congratulations to him. He came back like a true champion and got his belt. Hopefully we get an opportunity to see a trilogy, or maybe Stipe versus John Jones down the line. Okay, other than that, Nate Diaz did his thing last night after a 3-year hiatus. Came back in decision, Anthony Pettis. All right. But let's talk about what they getting paid. Before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share icon button, and don't forget to check out our MMA playlist. I'm going to crank up the MMA content. I'm going to get more versed in it. And, perhaps we may even do some more MMA prediction videos once I get a little bit better at it. But definitely was a good event. Still my favorite event this decade was Khabib versus Conor McGregor. I mean, combat sports in general. But this was the guaranteed purse. California State Athletic Commission. Yoel Romero, made $150,000. Paul Costa made $60,000. I think the extra $150K, extra $160K on the side of it is a winner's bonus. Anthony Pettis made $155,000. He had $155K winner's bonus. Stipe actually made $750K, and Daniel Cormier, made the $500K, and that will pop up. And they get a lot more money on the back end as far as the main event and Daniel Cormier and Stipe. Okay, they gonna get some pay-per-view revenue. I don't think the co-main and the rest of the card gets that opportunity, but depending on how well they're done on the ESPN Plus pay-per-view side of things, they could see a huge amount of money on the back end for them. But it just seems like with their fanfare and if their numbers are doing really, really well, it seems like they should be guaranteed more money. I know in the boxing game, depends on the pay-per-view, you might be guaranteed $2.5 million, and your adversary could be, if he's the A side, the more popular fighter, I don't even mean the champion. Boxing work a lot different than UFC. He could be guaranteed $5 million, but they could see as much as, $20-30 million in revenue, depending on how big the fight can be. And it just seems like the UFC fighters are putting themselves through all that damage, and they seem to have all these sellouts. It just don't seem like they're getting paid enough compared to boxing. Boxing is getting overpaid, and it seems like, to a lot of people's opinion, that UFC has a bigger mass appeal. Shout out to Gangstar right there. Than boxing do. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the boxing is doing better numbers on Fox than UFC did in its first year with Fox. But still, it seems like more people, basically saying this sport is more alive. And you got to remember, it's in the beginning stages. They still crawling before they can learn to walk in UFC. Boxing has been around since, the 1800s or something like that. So this is where he say he got it wrong. But shout out to Mark for the information. But and I guess as UFC progresses, hopefully they don't get that rich man syndrome that boxing got, where they put so much money, they flooded boxing with so much money that we don't get the best fights. All the UFC fights are main events. The championship fights are main events. In boxing, that's not necessarily the case all the time. So I just think they should deserve a little bit more money. But with more money, then you get more high maintenance. You get guys' activity level dropping. So it's a yin and a yang. But I think it was a good fight last night. It wasn't McGregor, Khabib, or nothing like that. But it was a solid fight, and the card was real deep with a lot of good competition on the prelims. And I know Dana White is about to throw his backpack on and come over to boxing. I heard some rumors that he may be taking over a popular television series management firm, if you catch my drift, in the near future. But I enjoyed it last night. For me to sit through something like that in my hectic day, it had to keep me engaged, and it did, man. I'm still learning the sport, and obviously that's where the best fighting the best at the UFC right now. And most of white Americans watching UFC because it's no white American champion that they can identify with in boxing. And also you got Mexicans and brothers, and it's a multicultural sport, and they put on the best fights they can because they have to. All right, but hey, appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate the love, support. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email as well. I have a Twitch channel, gaming channel. I do some streams on there as well if you want to check it out. Want to make a donation, just share the videos, but that link's there as well too. You want to check out my other channels called Motor City Sports Talk. It's a primary Detroit-based channel. If you're from Detroit, check it out. Motor City Sports Talk is the name. Once again, appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos. Let me know what you thought about UFC 241. We gone.